in Bloomington, we think of computer science as a set of skills that help prepare students for a technology-driven future. So we know that whatever course a student decides to pursue after Bloomington will include computing and will include computational thinking skills, and we want to provide all students with that skill set. And that skill set includes things from tinkering, design, abstraction, algorithms, sequencing, and they can be found across our curriculum and in CS coursework.
Computer science is one of those kind of wide-ranging fields that gives students a lot of abilities to break down complex problems, to think differently about how to solve them, to generate the steps that it takes to accomplish something. A lot of coding fundamentals are the way that we interact with our computers, and especially as generative AI becomes more and more present, that kind of algorithmic thinking, that thinking in step-by-step format, those instructions are the way that we interact with those platforms as well.
I believe that computer science is essential for all students, even if they don't want to go on to major in computer science later in life. Just learning how to think like a computer and solve a problem like a computer helps our human brains to think and learn in creative new ways and solve problems in new ways. And no matter what you are interested in or what you want to do in life, computers and technology are going to be a part of that. So the more we can understand these tools that we work with and how we can use them to solve our own problems, the more opportunities we have available for you.
Once students get into high school, and this is open to any single student across the district, we have a broad array of classes that they can take, and we try to suggest different course sequences based on student interest. Also, we recognize that we can't have a healthy, robust high school program if we don't start students early, and we really pride ourselves on our K-8 computer science spaces.
New Code Academy is a public school out of Bloomington Public Schools that offers an online learning experience for students.
We have 6 computer science immersion schools, 3 elementary and 3 middle school. And in those locations, we really focus on direct CS instruction.
I also think it's important to start young because we have some kids who maybe don't see themselves in computer science right now. Computer science in general with careers is a very white male driven space, and one of our goals is to really make sure that our students of color and our girls can see themselves and believe in themselves and get their confidence to know that even though they might not see themselves in general, they can still do it.
I learned how to do stuff on Scratch Junior and how to work BlueBots. We use Navigator and Driver, and the Driver uses the Chromebook, and the Navigator tells the driver what to do.
My favorite thing about computer science is coding, because we get to make a lot of fun mini games, and you get to design your own sprites and do little dances and a whole bunch of cool stuff.
I love the computer science classes at Jefferson. They're probably the most fun classes I've ever taken, and it's really nice. You get to make a lot of projects and you get to actually create something using your skills, and you get to connect with your peers and also teachers who have similar interests.
There's such an emphasis on the teamwork and the persistence and working together and that character development part of the computer science program as well, so it's not just the technical skills, and they're getting sort of this whole picture that seems like it's going to apply to whatever they do for a career.
Both my kids are in online school, and they just have flourished, and they just learned so much, and it's a lot easier to slow the pace if they need the pace of learning slowed, which is really, really great. The kids can be really, really creative in computer science, which is amazing.
The 3 pillars of our program are skills, equity, and joy, and we lean heavily on joy in the elementary space. So we want kids to find a different pathway to experience excitement and engagement and creativity and tinkering in the school day that they might not normally get, and we can do that through computer science.
I think once people get in there and understand coding is not as terrifying as it might feel. A lot of students I think have experiences from elementary or middle school where they go I programmed robots using mostly pictures. Coding is just that. I think that once you get in and understand that we're working with these simple concepts, they just look a little different when you start translating them into higher level things. That these building blocks truly are the foundation of where we came from, and that everybody, regardless of where you came from and what your experiences are, you have something valuable to contribute to this field, and you should take that seriously and find some places that might fit you that you weren't previously thinking about.